Hey everyone, this is Angela from Bake It With Love, and today we're making our Hunan Chicken, one of our favorite takeout dishes to make at home. We absolutely love Asian food anyway, but this one's one of those that's totally tops with the family. Okay, we're going to start out with making our sauce, and we've added some low sodium chicken stock and low sodium soy sauce. We're going to add some apple cider vinegar as well as some granulated sugar, some white ground pepper, and then we're going to add chili paste, a little bit of oyster sauce, and a little bit of cornstarch. We're going to whisk that all up, and while we've been making the sauce, we combined the egg and cornstarch with a little salt and pepper, and we have been marinating our chicken in that. We diced up our chicken fairly small, bite size. Then we just got it marinating in that cornstarch and the egg. And we're gonna cook that up first here in just a moment. Okay, we've got everything for our sauce in there, and we're gonna whisk it up and then set it aside, and we'll be adding it to our dish later after we've cooked up the chicken and started the vegetables. Okay, so we've got a large frying pan or skillet here. We've got some vegetable oil. We use peanut oil, and that's already brought up to medium-high heat, and we're adding our chicken that's been marinating in the egg and cornstarch mixture. And we're adding that just a thin layer, spread it out evenly so it can cook evenly. And just let it do its thing. I scrape a little bit here in the process and move it around so that it can cook. I'm going to cook the chicken and then remove it from the pan to start my vegetables. As you can see, those are chicken thigh pieces. They're so tasty when they're all cooked up. So we want a little bit of golden brown color on all sides of the chicken, lightly golden brown. And they don't have to be cooked really perfectly, because remember that they will be added back in when we've got our vegetables cooking, and they're small pieces though, so they should cook pretty fast. And I'm just going to let this run through and show the cooking process. It's sped up just a little bit, but you can see that we only cook it for a few minutes. And one of the things I wanted to talk about though is that if you are watching the paste when I'm making the sauce, and you looked at that paste and you're like, I don't have that. I know, yes, you can order it on Amazon, but if I can find it at Walmart, I figured you can too. And it is there in the Asian specialty section. It's a brand called Sambal, Oelek, and I know I'm not saying that right, Sambal, Oelek, ooh, something like that, SambalOelek. That's what you're looking for. That's going to give you this wonderful flavor on this Hunan chicken. Okay, we're going to finish cooking the chicken and then remove it from the pan, and we will transfer that to a plate and just set it aside while we start on our vegetables. So I'm just going to let this finish showing. Yeah, there we go. I'm removing the meat from the frying pan right now. Okay, so we still got our large skillet or frying pan at a medium-high heat, and we're going to add some more vegetable oil. I use peanut oil. I like the flavor for my Asian dishes. You can use olive oil, whatever you've got on hand. And then we're going to add our minced garlic and the minced ginger and cook it for about a minute, because you don't want it to be super crisp when you're eating your dish. You can cook it a little bit longer if you want it softer, but I cooked for about a minute, and then I'm going to add my vegetables. I love zucchini, so this I like this dish for that, and red peppers and carrots, and it's a beautiful, vibrant dish. And you can add more vegetables because it's a pretty fair ratio of chicken to vegetables here. And obviously, if you want more of a vegetable base, you can add some more. So we're going to go ahead and cook our vegetables for about 5 minutes until they're the tenderness that we want for our personal preferences. You can cook your vegetables a little bit longer, a little bit shorter. It's up to you. You cook the vegetables to your desired level of tenderness. But again, 5 minutes is a good window. And if you look in the pan, you can see that there's little bits of the breading that was on the chicken left in there, and it's still cooking. And as I'm cooking the vegetables and I'm scraping the pan, all that stuff's going to combine with the sauce and just be wonderful flavor from when you cook the chicken added to our sauce and our vegetables here. So, you know, if it's sticking a little bit when you're cooking your chicken, don't worry about it. I'm using cast iron or stainless steel here so that it's easier to see. So I added some more oil, and if you're using a nonstick, you're not going to run into that. You'll be just fine with the original amount of oil, just a tablespoon-ish. And but again, that's one of those things that you judge with your pan and how well things are cooking in it or sticking. If it's sticking, adjust your oil a little bit and keep going. Okay, we're going to finish cooking the vegetables and add some salt and pepper here, and then I'm going to zoom the camera in so you can get a closer look at how our vegetables are cooking, just because they're pretty, they're so vibrant. And I love fresh vegetables and dishes, so we'll take a closer look in a second. And then I'll be back when we add the chicken. We've got a nice tight view on the vegetables here. You can see that they're starting to get tender, and that's the point that you want to add the chicken, because remember, you're going to continue to cook it for a minute when you add the sauce. So your vegetables, you don't want them like super tender, like where it's to the point where that's where you want it when you eat it. You want to add the chicken back in when your vegetables are about halfway there. You're going to finish them off for a few minutes with the sauce, and the sauce will need to thicken, so it's going to continue to cook. Here we're adding the sauce. And because of that cornstarch in it, when it heats up, it's going to make that beautiful thick kind of gravy consistency for your vegetables and your chicken. Okay, so here we have where we're about to serve it up. We cooked the chicken and the vegetables with the sauce for about a minute, up to 2 minutes. And don't cover it, leave a cover off. That way it can steam and evaporate and make this beautiful sauce all over your Hunan chicken. And we're going to show dishing it up. So when you look at the photos and you're wondering, well, you know, is your dish going to turn out like that? It should, because I'm showing going right from the pan into the bowl that I'm going to take the photos with. Okay, now our Hunan chicken is all ready to dish up. You can serve it with rice or with like chow mein noodles, whatever you like. I'm dishing it up for our photo, so you can, you know, if you ever wondered, you made a dish and it didn't turn out anything like what it looked like, this is going directly from the pan into the bowl, and I'm gonna get it ready to take the photo. So you can see I'm filling it up, a nice heaping amount of our Hunan chicken, and then I'm gonna clean up the edges and kind of rearrange some of the ingredients so that they show in the photo as part of what we made, and add a little bit of garnish, and then I'm going to take it over to a white background and get the same photo that you saw at the beginning of the video and here at the end, and that is exactly what this looks like. Should be your result just as easily as what we did. It's about 10-15 minutes to cook totally from start to finish, and super easy family meal. We hope you enjoy it. I hope you liked the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe, because we have a lot of videos coming, and we are working at daily uploads right now until we get caught up, because I've got a backload of wonderful dishes ready to share with you here. So until then, have a great day, a great weekend. We're at Memorial Day weekend right now, just around the corner. I hope you have a great one. Thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you again.